Big welcome to Zwartkops here for round 2 of the Rotax Max South African Championship.
We're gonna have a restart. It is no surprise. It is no surprise. It is the preschool class after all. We're gonna have to rehash the way we're doing things. And who is that young man having trouble? Christian Ferreira. Oh man, didn't mean to curse you when I said your name first, young man. I hope he's gonna be okay. Looks like a bit of difficulty getting him restarted. The marshals are gonna have to help him out. Ooh, unfortunately for him. But as it stands, cards are buzzing away as Caleb Moss comes in and out of frame, but in the lead. Card 11 of MJ Tekiso. He's got the inside line. Oh no, young man, no you don't. Aiden Beaumont, Italian hand gestures. Ooh, nice move. Beautiful, beautiful racing. Nice overtaking there from Rafael da Silva. Oh, but it's all. Your days are numbered. What's going on the inside? Makes it stick. Nope. Jeez, MG is doing well, but it's going to be a long remainder of the race for him if he's going to have to be defending at this pace and this frequently at literally every turn, because Caleb Moss is on the same 10th of a second as him. Again, Caleb Moss, MJ couldn't keep the door shut this time. Goes a bit wide, gets a bit of gas. Yep, you can expect the stretching of the legs of Caleb Moss as he has taken the lead with MJ Tekiso right behind him. Nice little exchange between the two there. MJ tried his best, but the best man has won for the time being. Lap 7 of 8. Ooh, what happened there, MJ? And Caleb Moss parking the mother of all buses, taking the entire inside line. You are not overtaking me is the message there. I love it when they do that. Nice try, MJ. So they do have the same pace. I really did expect MJ to walk away with it, because, or rather Caleb to walk away with it, because of how quickly he caught up to MJ, but they seem to be matched for pace. Let's see if MJ has an answer to try and take the win. And it is the final lap. Ooh. So he's got it all riding on this one. See if he is able to keep his head. Now, come on. You do have 3 more heats to go, MJ, so don't throw all the way in one race in one corner. Let's keep the chassis straight, please. Here we go. MJ Tekiso in Caleb Moss's toe. Is he gonna go for it? Caleb Moss parking the bus. He's not letting it happen. Oh, good racing there. Oh, side by side, very close. In the right lane, that is Eugene Brits taking out safety car duties. Lights on, lights off. Away they go. Nice stop from the Bambinos. A couple of the young ones going wide there, but they've kept it clean. Very beautiful start there. I've got MJ in the lead. MJ Tekiso in the lead. It's going to be a clean one. It's going to be a nice bit of racing because there's nothing to split the field up. Everyone's in with a chance for a win, at least in the top 10. Let me say the top 10. This is the Bambinos. Okay? So it will be close. Card 76 of Aiden Beaumont battling there with some of the grid, the ribbing there on the side. That can't be comfortable. And as they go up the hill, Matao Mason, rather than the 28 cart, right ahead of the young man. I'll locate him in a second. He's just disappeared from my radar. And he comes back again. My own cousin, I forgot my own cousin, is Maneli Sinkomo, who is maintaining his lead against of Matao Mason right there. Nice. Wow. Nice race from Senior. MJ Tekiso in the lead. Rafael da Silva second. Matao Mason third. Maneli Sinkomo. It's good, bro. In fourth. Aiden Beaumont fifth. And Christian Ferreira in the 6th place. knowing the Bambinos, the top 10 are still Jack Moore in 10th place is in with a chance of actually winning this race. This is the Bambinos, very, very unpredictable. Anything can happen. But as it stands, MJ Tekiso is at the helm. There he is, keeping it nice and that is defending. Hectic defending we're seeing there from MJ Tekiso. In lap 2 of 8, okay, well, I suppose when you know you've got some quick young men behind you, the likes of Rafael Da Silva behind you, you know you should secure a place. Manly Sinkomo doing very well to maintain. Caleb Moss, having to work his way up from the back. In 8th place at the moment. MJ just lost his place. Rafael Da Silva now in the lead. MJ Tekiso. Very slightly delayed updates in terms of positions there, but it is car number 69 in the lead of Rafael Da Silva and MJ Tekiso in 2nd place. Manili Sinkomo in 3rd and Matao Mason in 4th. Watch this, 3 abreast. For me a sidekick, for me a profit. No? Okay, not this time around. I predict a lot of 3 or 4 abreast racing coming up right now because the top 4, there's nothing in it for them. MJ Tekiso in the lead again. Can't predict it, you can't call it. It's coming, it's pending. Promise you, you can put some money on it. There will be a 3 abreast move coming with these races. Ooh, MJ going slightly wide but keeping his lead ahead of Mr. Da Silva, Rafael Da Silva. Manili Sinkomo still there. There it is. Oh, nice move. Oh, MJ loses out big time. Oh, MJ loses out big time. He is going to be fuming. Oh, fuming. Someone just ruined his race. That someone is Manili Sinkomo. Matao Mason and Manili Sinkomo going, can't call it side by side. Matao kind of opened the door for Manilisi to take his position back there. But Rafael Da Silva is gonna suffer the wrath, or will he, of Manili Sinkomo in a moment. Is he diving on the inside? Is he diving? Nope, not this time. He's paying the patience. Oh, wait, hey, Himatun. Can't call it. Love it, I love it. It's racing. Oh, 2 wheels. Oh, legend. Manelisi. Oh, take a bow. You know what? He's won the race. I don't care what the top 3 says. Manelisi just won the race because he could recover from 2 wheels. Oh, how did he save that? I've seen people save oversteers. I've seen people save understeers. I've seen people save complete spins, doing a complete twirl, a soiree, or whatever you call it in ballet. But 2 wheels, masterful, and he's still in 2nd place ahead of Matao Mason. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He deserves. What is the Krish equivalent of a cold drink on the rocks? Whatever that is, he needs that. Deserving. Tries to go on the inside with the lead chains. They locked wheels. Oh, what is going on? MJ Tekiso rams his way into the top 3, ramming past Manili Sinkomo after a brilliant save. I told you. You cannot call this race. There you go, wow, brilliant. Da Silva losing it, going so wide. Matao Mason in the lead now, ahead of Manili Sinkomo. Yes. You know what? I'm just gonna wait a couple of laps. I can't call this in Shima. It's just happening too much. It's going too fast for my mouth. Here comes it. 3 abreast, 4 abreast. There it is. I called it. It's happening. And Manelisi comes out in the lead. Manelisi just lost his lead like half a lap ago, and he's got it back. But MJ Tekiso taking it. Oh, correction. Da Silva looked like he was taking Manelisi's got it back again. Da Silva in 2nd place. MJ Tekiso in 3rd. Or not. It's not MJ Tekiso. It's Aiden Boom. Wow. I tell you what. I shouldn't have said anyone could win this because now I've just got my mouth sore. I need a lozenge endorsement or something. Hey guys, brilliant racing. Caleb Moss, Caleb Moss is in the running now. A man who was in top 8. He was completely nowhere. Here he is in the top 6 now. Making his move on the inside is Manelisi Nkomo. Well done, leaving MJ Tekiso in the dust. Surprise, surprise. Matao Mason in the lead. This is brilliant. What's going to be funny is the conversation with our technical guys and how quick the system is able to catch up with the lead changes. Because this is like a thriller second type stuff. You can't keep up with this. And Matao Mason goes way wide, and we've got a back marker. We've got a back marker, Santiago Friday being passed by there. Ooh, Beaumont. Keegan Beaumont is in the lead now. I told you. And the winner of 2 races, Ini Dube, is stretching his legs ahead of Caleb Moss. Ooh, 3 abreast with Manelisi Nkomo, Caleb Moss and Manelisi side by side. Now Manelisi comes out ahead. Caleb Moss is livid, lifting up his left fist in fury. And we've got Rafael da Silva in 2nd place, Manelisi Nkomo in 3rd, but Keegan Beaumont. Keegan Beaumont is that rival that you didn't see coming, that antagonist. Oh, well done, Keegan Beaumont. You snuck up and took it. Keegan Beaumont in 1st, Rafael da Silva in 2nd, Manelisi Nkomo in 3rd. Yeah, that's right. Celebrate, you've earned it. Aiden Beaumont. My apologies, I've been saying Keegan Beaumont this whole time. It's Aiden Beaumont. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's earned that one. He's definitely earned that one. He snuck up on all the guys in the top 6.
Straight into the race now for Bambinos and this little heat. Always great action between these youngsters. Aiden Beaumont and Manelisi Nkomo were the men at the front end yesterday after race 2. Oh, and already some issues. Down into turn 1, we got spinners and carters getting sideways. 14 cart getting out of shape there was Kai van Rensburg. On his inside was the 16 cart, I think, by the looks of things there. So some fun and games already. It is one of the top guys there who basically is now dropped right to the back of the field. Manelisi Nkomo just not getting it all 100% right as he came down into turn number 1. Look out for Caleb Moss at the front end, and look out as well for the 28 of Mateo Mason. Mateo Mason having a super run there and getting away from all the fracas that happened down into turn 1. The rest of them starting to make their way up through the twisties now. This is very important, this part of the circuit, particularly for Bambinos, to carry corner speed. The corner speed up these little twisties, make sure that they are well within grasp. Becoming a top end. Oh, and out of shape there. The 93 card, Harry Rowe, just getting it completely wrong. Now being tapped from the back by the 11 of MJ Tekiso. 69 diving on the inside, looking for an opportunity to possibly spoil their days. But, yo, it's getting so exciting there between these youngsters. Across over the line for the first lap. And you see the second pack of carts now all on their own. Some a long way back. A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do now for these guys and girls. As you can see, they're coming through there, pushing it to the limit. As they come down, look out for action. Rafael da Silva in the mix there in the 69 cart now, trying to find a way to the front end. He dives on the inside and gets it out of shape. Oh, and spins out the 2-7. So Ewan Fenter getting spun out there as a big dive came from Rafael da Silva as he dived on the inside, trying to find a way past and just spun the 27 cart out. Caleb Moss looking for opportunities to get to the front end as well, but at this point in time, the top 2 are getting out of the way and disappearing at the front end. It's the most important thing to do. Kai van Rensburg recovering slightly, but a lot of work to do now for Kai. He's down in 12th place. It's Mateo Mason leading from Caleb Moss, Jack Moore in 3rd, and Christian Verhaal there in 4th. Santiago Frey there in 5, and then of course it's Maddox Mason who's up into the 6th spot. MJ Tekiso and Harry Rowe and Rafael da Silva into 9. Manelisi Nkomo, man who was 2nd yesterday in heat number 2, is now all the way down there in 10th place. Aiden Beaumont, not even in the top 12. We don't know where Beaumont's got to, but there's definitely been an issue there for Beaumont. 16 diving through there, good move. Manelisi Nkomo trying to make up some ground, finding his way through on MJ Tekiso. Tekiso and Nkomo side by side as they come into braking there. The teammates out of Zwartkops and eventually getting through into turn 2. Here are the top 2. Caleb Moss hanging on. Look how tight it is though between them. Battle of the 8s with Matteo Mason right on his tail as they come across the line and 4 to go. Mason diving on the inside of turn 1. Is he good enough on the brakes? He has a look. Great move there. The Silver Crest man just diving through and getting ahead of Caleb Moss. Moss now comes on the attack again. Forces him slightly wide and now under braking. Can he keep him out into turn 2? Yes, he can. Great corner speed. And here comes Moss. Oh, he cuts back. Moss and Mason going to be side by side as they went underneath the bridge. Very close between those two. It's a great little battle. 101 dead, 101 dead out of the top 2. That's the way we do things here in Bambino's. Oh, and Moss makes a slight mistake. Opens up the door. Mason makes him pay big time. Matteo diving through and getting through on Caleb as they came up through the twisties. Carrying good corner speed here. That's what it's all about in Bambino's. You cannot afford to make one mistake and get any understeer or oversteer through here. You've got to be as smooth as silk to get the maximum amount of drive out of these small engines as they come down and up into the final corner. Look at that. Holds that inside line, compromises his drive slightly, but look at Moss diving right behind him, looking for a little bit of assistance from the slipstream. There's not a huge amount of slipstream between these two, but Moss has definitely made it work. Dives into turn 1, runs wide. Here comes Mason back at him. Oh, a little cut back there from Mason. This is fantastic racing between these two. Moss hanging on. He's got the inside line, so he'll have to probably give it up. Yes, there we go. Matteo just dives in behind Caleb. Head down under the bridge. Jack Moore just behind that as well with Christian Verheul in close attendance. So it's 2x2 racing here. Got 2 of them heading up into the twisties. First 2 carts on track, Mason and Moss. And then there's a second battle out there as well between Moore and Verheul. Remember, it was Aidan Beaumont who took the win yesterday. Caleb Moss was only 3rd. And Matteo Mason was only in 6th place after the second heat yesterday in the race action that happened here at the first half of this second round of Rotax Max Championship. Nice as they come up through the double left-hander. Here's the 3rd and 4th place battle. Also very close, as I said. Jack Moore with Christian Verheul all over him. Verheul looking for a way through. Moore soaking up the pressure. 2 laps to go. We're going to see a change up here, possibly. Yes, indeed. There you go. Verheul up into 3rd place. Moore tucks in behind him into 4th. Coming down into turn 2. This, of course, is where he cut his teeth initially as a karter, and of course has learnt a lot from mom and dad when it comes to the world of karting. Spends probably every day at this circuit. So Christian Verheul will certainly know a couple of little secrets around the Zwartkops International Kart Circuit. Caleb Moss, Matteo Mason out front. Here's the battle for 3rd though. Jack Moore and Verheul. Verheul holding on, but Moore's got through on him again. So Jack Moore and Christian Verheul chopping and changing, swapping out with a lap and 2 corners to go. Oh, he's trying to find a way past. Applying the pressure, trying not to get any penalties. Not too far back from them. Of course, Takiso and Nkomo are starting to close down. Because they're fighting so hard, they're actually slowing each other down ever so slightly with a lap to go. Look how close, just in the background. Watch for the guys just in the background. Coming up hard on the brakes. Now down into turn 2. They head towards turn 2 now. Jack Moore trying to hang on. Verheul's all over the back of him. There, just in the background. Look at that. There is Nkomo and Takiso. And behind that, looks like Rafael da Silva has got through on Santiago Freid. So Freid now up into 8th place, or down to 8th place, I should say. Kai van Rensburg making up some ground after that first lap incident. And Harry Rose up into 10. So as they come down into the twisties one more time, they head back up the hill. And it's Jack Moore trying to hang on. Top 2 though, already at the top. 2 corners to go here for Caleb Moss. Can he keep it all together? Will Matteo Mason have a go at him? You've got to get it all right through the double left-hander to make sure that you get the drive. But that's exactly what Moss has done, and he's going to take the checkered flag. Caleb Moss takes the win. Matteo Mason comes through for 2nd place. Good drive there from Caleb Moss. He'll be happy with that. That's the way he wants to be finishing up races in Bambino, at the front end, and as the race winner here for Heat 3. Mason gets the thumbs up. He says, yeah, thanks for that. That was a good day. Background, it was Jack Moore keeping it all together ahead of Christian Verheul, Manalese Nkomo and Takiso.
See this side ball? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's fine.
MJ Takiso coming through there, Manalisa and Cornwall in second, and as they came across the line, Caleb Moss in third, Matteo Mason in fourth place, and Jack Moore ahead of Kai van Rensburg as we get into the thick of it here for the second heat of the day for Bambinos. We saw some great action in the first heat and more action now to come your way as we've got the top 5 or 6 drivers that are sort of in the mix there for second place. But it is a lead of note. MJ Takiso pulling away now. Manalisa and Cornwall up into second place. Moss has dropped down into 5th and 6th place there. Not quite the way he wanted to start things out. Good start coming out of the 3-1 card of Jack Moore. Much better this time from Jack Moore. And right behind him, look at how we're seeing a bit of maneuvering there from Matteo Mason. Matteo Mason for the Ralph Schumacher team doing such a good job ahead of Caleb Moss. Those two were the fighters for race 3's honours earlier on this morning. And now the guys who got into the mix and had a bit of a loop out in that first race are at the front end again. So now we've got 6 carts fighting for second place. Make it about 8 carts actually fighting for second place because Kai van Rensburg, Rafael de Silva and Santiago Freid all with a chance. That is very close. Moms and dads on the sideline shouting their brains out here as they get real into turn 1. Let's see moms and dads loving life out there. No spectators at the circuit unfortunately just yet, still under the lockdown rules, but we do have support from the sidelines, and there's enough of it to make even a full rugby stadium sound very quiet compared to the mechanics, fathers, and particularly the moms on the sideline, making all the noise for their youngsters as they head up into the twisties again. They head back to where the moms and dads are standing on the sidelines watching, and it's the 16 cart of Manalisa and Cornwall who keeps out Jack Moore. Look at Matteo Mason on the back end there. The Ralph Schumacher man looking for a chance now to squeeze through. 61 behind that. You can see just having to work a little bit harder. Santiago Freid has got through there. So the 11 cart of MJ Takiso is the man to catch. He's getting away and not allowing anybody else closer. His teammate is just shutting the door on everybody and not letting anybody through. Playing the perfect tail gunner roll there for Squadra Corsa. 14 makes a move up there. Nice maneuver there from Ralph Schumacher's Matteo Mason. As they come through, this is very tight stuff between them. 28 cart also in the mix and looking pretty tasty is Mason as he comes through there. But he's got some work to do with Kai van Rensburg and with Jack Moore. Two of them are so close and so evenly matched. No one's got an answer just yet to Takiso. Third place, or change up for second. Oh, as we see, oh, big problems. Running wide off the circuit completely there. The 16 cart, Manalisa and Cornwall makes a big mistake, and that's allowed 7 carts through on him. It's Jack Moore, Matteo Mason, Kai van Rensburg, Santiago Freid, and Caleb Moss all squeezing the young carter out as he came through the entrance to the twisties and heading back up the hill, ran completely off track. But Jack Moore up into second place now. 14 cart doing such a good job there. And all of a sudden, Kai van Rensburg is in the mix. Here comes Moss. Moss on the inside of van Rensburg, who's got what it takes on the brakes. Moss runs wide. He's going to run a little bit out of shape there coming out of the exit, but it is van Rensburg up in second. Moss into third. Jack Moore possibly into fourth place, but here comes the 6-1 cart on the inside. That's Santiago Freid. Wow, Freid, what a move. Definitely not afraid of that corner. And Santiago just diving down the inside there and making it stick. Brilliant stuff from the youngster. Showing Caleb Moss the way through as well as everybody else. 69 is just on a flyer right now. And Rafael de Silva making some ground up here big time as he gets onto Santiago Freid. So it's Freid versus de Silva. And Moss waiting in the sidelines. He's under threat though. Look at that maneuver. Moss with the 9-3 cart of Harry Rowe. Harry Rowe now putting Moss under pressure as they come over the switchback. Behind that, it is the man who was in second place only about half a lap ago. And that, of course, is Jack Moore. Jack Moore now down into 7th. Takiso making up a lot of ground, getting away at the front end. But look out for the return of Manalisa and Cornwall. Manalisa and Cornwall is back into the thick of it and right on the tailpiece there of Jack Moore. 28 behind that is also in contention. Matteo Mason back into the hunt in Ralph Schumacher team. 69. Freid coming through there, and Rafael de Silva with the 6-9 cart there going into second place. So just watching Santiago Freid, he's just lost a little bit of ground there to van Rensburg and to de Silva. He runs wide, opens up the door. That might give an opportunity to the 9-3 machine to go through of Harry Rowe. Harry Rowe being hounded by Caleb Moss. Tried to dive on the inside. Then once again, it's in Cornwall back into the thick of it. Any one of these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 carts can take fourth place away. Second and third pulling a slight margin now. This is brilliant stuff. Van Rensburg and De Silva fighting for second. Look at how tight it is though for 4th, 5th and 6th place. There are 9 carts involved in that 4, 5 and 6th place battle. 1 has got away. 2 and 3 going down into turn 1. And Santiago Freud back up the inside of Rowe. Rowe goes straight back at him and returns the favour. Here comes Nkomo. Nkomo going to be late on the brakes on Santiago Freud as they get on the brakes down into turn number 2. 16 versus 61. Opposite numbers going at it into turn 2. Diving it through on the inside is the 31 of Jack Moore. Brilliant stuff there from him. Opportunistic driving, waiting for the manoeuvre. He saw they're going to both run wide and dived on the inside and cut back on both of them. So it's Moore back up on the inside. Oh, across the curbs. 76 with a slightly different line there. That's definitely not what you want to be doing, Aiden Beaumont. Beaumont just using some completely different lines there, but he's got back into the hunt now. Remember, Beaumont has taken a victory here this weekend. He hasn't quite been on it this morning, but he's definitely in with a chance now. The 7-6 cart now, fighting it out there with the 9-3. Harry Rowe under pressure. Van Rensburg. And here they come over the top to complete another lap. Final lap has started. This is the last lap here, and it's the 69 machine diving on the inside. Rafael De Silva diving through, finding a way on Van Rensburg. And chopping and changing behind that. It's just non-stop action. Look at how tight it is between these guys. 2 and 3 into turn 2 there. Van Rensburg trying to close down on the 6-9 of Rafael De Silva. De Silva in second. Van Rensburg in third. It's the 3-1 of Jack Moore looking for a chance for 4th, but he's got pressure of his own there as they come down into the twisties. Back up to the top of the hill they go. De Silva and Van Rensburg fighting for second. Takiso's got away big time. He's not going to be caught yet, but the battle's for second. Here goes Takiso for the Volkswagen and Zwartkops development team. Through the last corner and across the line for the checkered flag. MJ Takiso takes the win. Watch out for the second place battle coming through now any second. Second place down into, brilliant stuff from MJ Takiso. He's stoked about that. I don't know what happened in second. It looks like it might be De Silva who's come through for second. Yes, it is. Rafael De Silva beats up Kai van Rensburg. Matteo Mason into 4. Manalisa Nkomo after that spin out comes back to 5th place. What a good drive there from him. Jack Moore in 6, Harry Rowe in 7. It's Caleb Moss in 8 and Aiden Beaumont in 9. Top 10, Santiago Freud. Christian Verheul comes through there for 11th. Maddox Mason in 12, and it's Roald Hartzenberg who comes through for 13. Matthew Shuttleworth, Ewan Fenter, Michael Danks, and Shine Mohammed at the back end of the field there for this heat. Race 4 of this weekend's Bambino Championship. The first part of this race being led out there, as you can see, by our pace cart. And Eugene Britt's doing the duties there for the pace cart driver. He gets away at the front. They're all, well, relatively in the tram lines. They're down towards turn 1. And it is the 11 cart, once again, of MJ Takiso, who's going to get the whole shot, followed by his teammate. They go through there, and brilliant stuff from Nkomo to go through into second place. So Takiso from Nkomo, 76 coming through there rapidly as well. Watch out for a maneuver from Aiden Beaumont. Much better start this time from Aiden Beaumont as he goes on the inside line and tries to find a way through. Van Rensburg in the pack as well as Caleb Moss. They didn't quite get the starts that they wanted, but you'll see there's usually enough time to try and sort things out. 61 as well there. Watch out for Santiago Freud as he makes his way up into the top. And nice to see some maneuvering right from the word go there from the 6-9 cart too of Rafael De Silva. He got second place in this first heat of today, but of course now looking for a chance to change things up for the second heat, and looking forward to seeing whether or not he could be ahead of this whole pack behind him. 93 Harry Rowe in the pack 2. His opposite number 39 is Christian Verheul. Home track advantage there for Verheul. And he'll be looking to try and use that advantage. It hasn't quite worked out for him in the last 2. Whoa, something went flying off one of the carts there. Either that was a GoPro or a fuel tank, but somebody lost a fuel tank there because it went flying off the cart, and eventually that cart's just going to go boom, nothing more. So let's wait and see who that is. I'm not quite sure which cart it was, but certainly a fuel tank went flying at some point into turn number 1. Caleb Moss with a tag on the back end of the 6-9. Oh man, it's getting real out there. Rafael De Silva getting a big tag from the back from the 88 cart of Caleb Moss. Santiago Freud getting in there as well. So is Van Rensburg. Kai van Rensburg in the 14 cart now, moving up into what is now 6th place on track. Top 2 getting away. Oh. Look at this, absolutely amazing stuff from these guys. Looks like the first MJ Takiso getting away now. Menalesi Nkomo being caught by Jack Moore and Aiden Beaumont. Caleb Moss just behind that with Rowe on his tail. Harry Rowe, Rafael De Silva, Matteo Mason, and Christian Verheul. Alex Mason just behind Matthew Shuttleworth for 11th and 12th place, and Ewan Fenter. Santiago Freid, I think that's the man who lost his fuel. He's dropped right down into 15th place. So Santiago Freid might have lost his fuel canister. That's the thing that went flying through turn 1, and I think it's only going to last maybe one more lap before he runs out of fuel. It'll be just enough. And it looks like he may have pulled to the side. No, he's pulled to the sideline there at the start-finish line. So I can't see him on the screen here. But if I look over my shoulder and over the top of the screen, I can actually see him parked on the sideline at the start-finish line. That's a big pity for him, man. He was going so well. A little bit of rubbing in between, and I think maybe a little touch between the carts knocked that fuel tank loose, and it just went flying off into the tyre barrier. I get to see him there on the sideline. There he is, parked on the sideline, his cart there and moving out of harm's way. Manalese Nkomo still hanging on for 2nd place with big attentions being shown there from Aiden Beaumont. Jack Moore side by side with the 14 cart of Kai van Rensburg and the 88 of Moss as they come down into turn 2. Right behind them is De Silva and Rowe. Harry Rowe now in with a shot, possibly getting up into the top 5. He's got to try and find a way through. There's a big dive on the inside from De Silva. De Silva goes on the attack here. Two of them fighting hard. De Silva in the 69 cart. And they're just showing 93 the way through. Harry Rowe now tucked in behind him. Kai van Rensburg under threat now. Look at this maneuver. Big pressure from Aiden Beaumont on Nkomo. Dives on the inside now, going for the dive into turn 1. Can he get the drive though? Will he be good enough on the brakes? The Burrell ART man has a dive into turn 1. And Beaumont is good enough on the brakes and forces Nkomo into a bit of a mistake and makes a mistake himself. Runs wide out of turn number 1. And, wow, good move there. Manalese Nkomo comes straight back at Aiden Beaumont. Caleb Moss diving in for 4th, possibly. No, tucks in behind the 4th place cart there. 3-1 is Jack Moore. 88 is Moss. 69 is De Silva. Harry Rowe just behind them. Here comes Beaumont for 2nd. Beaumont for 2nd and could go up the inside. Here's, a little bit of maneuver there from Van Rensburg trying to defend on the 39 of Verheul. Beaumont has got through, confirmation of that as they come up to the top of the hill. So it's Aiden Beaumont who moves up 1 place now. Beaumont now moving up into potential 2nd place for this race, but Nkomo's not given up. Manalese Nkomo still wants a chance of that 2nd place and is going to make him work hard for it. Aiden Beaumont now under threat for 2nd. 4th place under threat as well as De Silva dives on the inside of Moss. Runs Moss wide. Harry Rowe coming on the inside, and so does Jack Moore. Jack Moore into there too. Moss dropping down 3 places. Jack Moore now. Rafael De Silva. And some brilliant stuff there as well as we see chopping and changing. Moss won the first 2 heats, I think, in this championship round. Hasn't taken a victory here this morning. MJ Takiso. 2 victories this weekend, but none today. And 1 down at Idubi, so he's looking good in the championship. But now with the amount of carts that are around him and the championship rivalry that is out there in this category, makes it very difficult to even put money on who's going to take a championship here. MJ Takiso is disappearing at the front end by 5 seconds over Aiden Beaumont. He's going for a 2nd victory on the day here today. It'll be the 2nd double we're going to see out of the classes that have been racing here today. So Takiso is the man. Nkomo in 2nd. And Beaumont now has taken that 2nd place away. How was that for late from Kai van Rensburg, running late and wide. And once again, opening up the door there for Jack Moore and Harry Rowe. Penultimate lap that they're on at the moment. They've got 1.5 to go. They're not going to catch MJ Takiso. they're certainly going to have a chance of maybe spoiling the day there for Beaumont and Nkomo if they keep fighting. Second group is led up by Rafael da Silva, Caleb Moss on his tail. So it's 4 and 5. We're watching up the hill at the moment as they head through onto the switchback. Manalisa and Nkomo just up the road from them. Coming into some back markers now as well. That's Shine Mohammed that they've closed in on. Didn't see any back markers come into play in the first couple of heats, but Mohammed about to be eaten up now by this pack of carts. Moss goes around him, so does the 6'9" of Rafael da Silva as they both cross the line. Moss hangs on. MJ Takiso out front in cart number 11 is the man we're looking out for now on this final lap. There they come. Van Rensburg getting through on Mohammed. Closing on the back end of the 31 machine and 93 of Harry Rowe. Jack Moore and Rowe under pressure now from Kai van Rensburg. MJ Takiso has not put a wheel wrong. He's been absolutely smooth as silk at the front end for the second time today, and in with a chance now of possibly spoiling the day. Here he comes to the double left. Final corner, and it's going to be Squadra Corsa and Volkswagen Motorsport Development Academy going to be taking the victory. A massive, massive amount of lead there. He disappeared at the front end, and he's a happy man heading down into turn 1. 2 wins on the day there for MJ Takiso. He'll be happy with that, and he'll be a difficult man to beat in the third and final, or the fourth and final heat of the day here for Bambinos. Hayden Beaumont finishes up in second ahead of Manalisa and Nkomo. Moss in 4, Rafael da Silva in 5, and Harry Rowe in 6th place, beating out Jack Boer, Kai van Rensburg, and Matteo Mason. We go straight into the final heat now for Bambino. And Bambinos has been a really, really incredible class to watch for this weekend. Matteo Mason currently heads up the championship points with Caleb Boss in second. Manalisa and Nkomo with such a great weekend that he's had has moved to third. Harry Rowe is in 4th and Aiden Beaumont in 5th. Just looking at MJ Takiso. MJ Takiso side by side now with Caleb Moss down into turn 2. Oh, a bit of wide running there from Beaumont. He didn't quite get it right through there. So if we look at the championship standings coming into this final heat of the day, MJ Takiso is down in 9th place in this championship. He'll be looking to close things down and probably get up into the top 5 by the end of this one. But championship rivals, it's Caleb Moss who's in the right place right now. Moss in 3rd place is ahead of his championship rival, Matteo Mason. And Manalisa and Nkomo as well behind that in the 16 cart. So the battle we've got to watch out for in this one is for the victory, first of all. Is it going to be MJ Takiso to make it 3 out of the 4 today? That'll be impressive stuff from him. And he'll definitely close up in that championship if that's the case. Coming down into turn 1 once again. Caleb Moss closing down up onto the back end and looking for a chance to be at the front end now as opposed to in second. MJ Takiso in trouble because he's got 4 carts now right on his tail. It wasn't plain sailing like he saw earlier on in the first 2 heats, or the second and third heats of the day, where he managed to get some victories in the bag. Caleb Moss now going for the lead. Dives up the inside, forces Takiso wide, onto the grass, onto the banking, back on track, and tucks in behind Beaumont. 6th place, possibly 7th, because here comes the 31 cart of Jack Moore. So Moss at the front. If he takes the victory, will move into the lead of the championship. I don't see Matteo Mason up there at all in the 28 cart. He's too far back. He's the championship leader coming into this final heat. And Moss doing everything right to get to the front end, but his day is not done yet. As here comes the 6'9" for Da Silva. Rafael Da Silva looking for a chance through. Da Silva tucks up the inside. Moss to second, possibly the third, because here comes the 16 cart of Manalisa and Nkomo. Nkomo is also good and in the hunt for the championship. Remember, he's behind Caleb Moss in 3rd place. So 16 and 88 is the championship battle at the moment, and it's for 2nd place on track as well, as Rafael Da Silva hangs on to the lead. So it's Da Silva winning the win. Nkomo looking to overtake Moss in the championship. Moss looking to overtake Matteo Mason in the championship. Looks like Nkomo and Moss will be moving up to 1st and 2nd, depending on how they finish up at the end of this final heat of the day. Let's see if we can pick up Mateo Mason is down in 9th. He was the championship leader coming into this last race of the day. Very close stuff between the 5 going into turn 1. Moss on Nkomo, forces Nkomo wide. Kai van Rensburg dives up into 3rd. Tucks in behind Moss. Moss behind Rafael de Silva. Nkomo comes back at van Rensburg. Oh, and he tags the back end of Caleb Moss as well. Gives him a little tap going in there. Moss catches it, carries on down the hill. There's Mateo Mason, the 28 cart. Let's watch for his progress. He's up to 7th now. Championship leader up to 7th. Nkomo is 3rd in the championship. He sits in 4th on track. Moss is 2nd in the championship, sitting in 2nd on track. So the best man in the championship hunt is in 2nd place and looking to maybe overtake Mateo Mason going into Cape Town's round. Gets the victory, there's a good possibility that will happen. He's going for the lead now on De Silva. Oh, he gets on the grass. And yeah, as he goes past, apologizes. I'm sure somebody else in that family drives like that too. In fact, I think there's 2 people in that family. There's 2 people in that family that drive like that as well. One is blonde, one has dark hair. Both have the name Moss. And they drive just like Caleb did there. Yeah, coming down into turn 2 now. And Nkomo wants to return the favor. He runs wide. Manalisa Nkomo keeps running wide out of turn 2. He's not getting the line right through there. It's giving Mateo Mason a chance to catch onto the back of them. And MJ Takiso. Remember, MJ has taken 2 wins today. Rafael de Silva coming alongside Moss. Here comes Nkomo on the inside of Moss. And Nkomo hits the front. So if he stays there, it'd probably be Nkomo ahead of Moss in the championship. That's how tight it is between these guys. Absolutely brilliant stuff. We have got 5 of 8 about to complete the 6th one. Nkomo and Moss, 2nd and 3rd in the championship, 1st and 2nd on the road. Moss on the inside for turn 1. Can he get the braking done on time? Yes, he can. He runs wide, but so does Nkomo. Here comes 69, Rafael de Silva, alongside Manalesa Nkomo, and MJ Takiso's there again now as well. MJ has joined the party. Oh, the spinner! Rafael spins out. Kai van Zyl gets spun out as well. 28, Mateo Mason just avoids. He's the championship leader, remember. But it's Kai van Zyl who spins out all on his own sim. And the 7 films man just getting it all wrong, unfortunately, all on his own sim. He's stuck just on the rumble strip there. I'll help him back on track. It's now the battle between 2nd and 3rd place in the championship. They're 1st and 2nd on the road. How far back is Mason now? We'll have to wait until they cross the line, but I think he's about 5 cars back, possibly 6 cars back there. But here comes 1 and 2 on the track. It's 2nd place in the championship, Caleb Moss. 3rd place in the championship, Manalisa Nkomo. As they cross the line, change up on the previous pass, as you'll see on your graphic on the left-hand side, they're courtesy of True Race. And MJ Takiso is in 3rd, but he's being hounded there by Rafael de Silva. Oh, tagging! Oh, Takiso gets sent into the fence. Rafael de Silva and Takiso coming together there. And Takiso stays gets slammed straight into the fence between turn 1 and 2. Adrian Wood, stand by for an action replay on your camera, bud, because you're going to be sorting that one out in a few minutes' time. Yeah, that was huge. Woo! Takiso on the inside. So his teammate up the front end there, fighting hard with Caleb Moss, but Rafael de Silva was not going to give up. He's living up to his Ninja Turtle name. Rafael in the Ninja Turtles, of course, is the most vicious of the 4 Ninja Turtles. And he was pretty vicious there with MJ Takiso as the 2 of them came together. Fortunately, Takiso's out the cart and walking away. He's okay. But another lap completed, and we're on to the final one. And it's Caleb Moss trying to keep out Nkomo. Nkomo runs wide. Moss forces him into mistake, and Nkomo gets onto the dirty stuff. That might be enough for Caleb Moss to try and take this final victory of the weekend. Rafael de Silva has survived that little incident and maintains 3rd place ahead of Aiden Beaumont by the looks of things. Yes, Aiden Beaumont just behind him. Coming through there is Moore, then Shuttleworth. Oh, Matthew Shuttleworth's had a much better outing here in the final heat of the weekend. Now coming up to the top of the hill. Oh, it's going to be tight stuff here in this championship. I said if Caleb Moss takes the win, there's a possibility he might overtake Matteo Mason for the championship. There was only 11 points in it. And what do they score? 35 for the win. Yeah, it might be enough. Might be enough. Because Matteo Mason is down in 8th place, the championship leader. So Caleb Moss, with this victory, could possibly take the lead of the championship heading to Cape Town. So it's Moss with the win. Coming through there ahead of Manalisa and Como, who hang on just to keep out Rafael De Silva and Keegan Beaumont. But a nice turnaround for the luck there for Caleb Moss. But I think we may have a little bit of a Bambino meeting up here in race control after the incidents there at the end of this one. Moss from Nkomo, De Silva in 3rd from Beaumont and Moore. Shuttleworth and Maddox Mason beating Matteo Mason to the line. So I think Matteo Mason may have dropped to 2nd and Caleb Moss to the lead of the championship. Christian Verheul in 9th ahead of Raud Hutzenberg. It's Ewan Fenter, Kai van Rensburg, Santiago Freyd, Michael Danks, Cheyenne Mohammed and MJ Takiso out after being sent into the fence between turn 1 and 2.
So you came 2nd at Bambinos. Talk to me about the day.
It was very hard because my car started sleeping everywhere.
But you still got 2nd, so it couldn't have been so hard, hey?
Yes.
Where did all the competition come from? Because Moss was very good.
Yes. It came from because my coach walked with me like yesterday all around the track everywhere 2 times.
And did it help?
Yes.
Did it make a big difference?
Yes.
And did you remember what your coach told you?
Yes.
Okay, and you came 3rd. And tell me how, because you on some races were leading, both of you were leading, but then things went wrong.
So first time I was leading, and so me and my friend were like bumper to bumper. So my friend was behind me, and then as he said, his car lost some power. So then I left, and then I got pole for all of the heats. It's just this one where Rafael could
Took you to the tires?
Yep.
That was a big crash. Did you think you heard something?
No, I'm okay, but like I'm just happy that I'm okay, and it was a good day. Just very hard with Rafael.
Yeah, because if you didn't hit the tires, you probably could have gone overall for the day.
Yeah.
But so you're all looking forward to Cape Town?
I'm looking forward to Cape Town. Because like I've never seen that track, and I think it's gonna be nice.
Fast track. That track is very fast.
So I just wanna try that track and just practice it first, and then maybe let's see if I come first that time.
You looking forward to Cape Town?
Yes.
Have you been to Cape Town?
Nope.
So you're also looking forward to race at the Cape Town circuit?
Yes. But I've seen some of the Cape Town corners.